Students from Franklin Simpson High School are being immersed in Chinese culture.
Today they visited the Confucius Institute at WKU, where they learned all about the language, the tradition, and the country's way of life. WKU's Zach Gammon shows us their experience.
This group of Franklin Simpson High School students are the first in the school's history to take a Chinese class. As part of their experience, they're learning about the ins and outs of the Chinese way of life.
And it's important to learn it because language just opens a lot of doors for all of us.
Junior Brooke Kennedy wants to be an English as a second language teacher.
Learning Chinese and its culture helps me to understand what I could be teaching to someone someday.
The Confucius Institute on WKU's campus opened its doors to these students, where they learned about the culture, the food, and the tradition.
Some students tell me they wanted to go to China in the future and have the job in China. And I think that's a meaningful part of the mutual cultural communication.
Educators say there's a need for students to learn the Chinese language not only to become more diverse, but also for business.
Just the background knowledge that we're placing on these young students at that age provides them with a wealth of knowledge that they could pull later.
And students admit it's a lot more difficult than anything else they've tried to learn.
Probably about 60 characters. Probably.
Out of how many?
Probably 40,000.
Students also had the chance to learn meditational Tai Chi. For students like Tracy Pedigo, it allows her to become a more well-rounded person.
You're able to understand a culture completely different from your own.
Students also learn the basics of Chinese calligraphy. In Bowling Green, Zach Gammon, WBKO.
The trip was funded by a grant from the Educational Excellence Foundation, Franklin Bank and Trust, and the Franklin Rotary Club.